Good. Okay, so now I think we're getting the live data. So you see a number on your left-hand side, it's like minus 24.88. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, good. Now let's go ahead and try to move you up a little bit here. Okay, yeah, we may have to do the same thing as you did with Jordan here, Craig. So go ahead and hit the plus sign for me twice. Perfect. Okay. And then let's go ahead and hit it 2 more times for me. Okay. Let's go 2 more, go up to 30. And we'll just progressively go up by 10 until we start to feel some stretch there.
Well, I'm feeling it move it.
Okay. So you can see the angles on the left-hand side. So now we're just getting some movement there. We're 23, got up about a degree there. So let's keep going. Okay. How's it going for you, Craig? Is there any challenges there for you? Any stretch or discomfort?
No.
Okay. Good. Let's keep going to 90. Good. And let's go to 100. Good. And we'll just hold here for a second. Kind of let it normalize. And what I'd like you to do is actually to go ahead and hit the minus sign. Actually, from here, we'll go ahead and go as far up as you can and do extension. So go ahead and take both your hands and try to go up as far as you can. See if we can get past 45.4.
I mean, use my.
Don't use your left hand. What I mean by using both hands is like on your Motus hand's on your right, correct?
Right.
And I want you to kind of mirror that with your left hand. And so as you try to go up into extension, really try to go up as far as you can. So great, very good. And then I'm gonna have you relax down. Good. And I'm actually gonna have you press down into flexion for me. See how far down you can go. Good, very good. And then relax and try to come back up as far as you can and do extension. Both sides, as far as you can go. Good, good. So let's take a quick breath here, Craig. Just relax for me for a second. Okay. Now I'm going to have you try to go up as far as you can again. Very good. Good stuff. Okay, now hit the 0 button for me. And then as you hit the 0 button, go ahead and move down as far as you can in deflection. See how far down we can go. Perfect. Okay. Good. So that's good information for us. So just so you know, we got up almost all the way to full range of motion with passive, and then you're able to kind of push up a bit more to 52 degrees with that peak number I saw. So that was when the Motus hand was moving you up into extension, and you were up to like 48-ish, 48 degrees of extension, and then you were able to move up even further than that on top of that assistance. So that's good. Okay. And so from here, actually, with that, any questions, Craig? Are you okay?
I mean, I guess it's not noticeable by me.
Sure.
I'm not noticing that I'm moving it.
Yeah. And that can be really tough too if the sensory information is not coming in, right? It's hard for us to kind of know if we're moving. And that's why it's good to have that insight of the numbers there on the left-hand side, right? So let's actually just go ahead and do this really quickly. So go ahead and press the assistance to 50. So go ahead and hit that plus sign until it's to 50. Good. Okay. Now let's just hang out here for a second. And what I'd like you to do is the same sort of thing. I'd like you to try to move as much as you can up into extension. Okay. So you see, as you do this, let's go with both arms as much as you can up into extension. So you see when you were moving, we actually got from, see we can get, there we go, good, good. So you're getting closer and closer to the 0 point, right? So that is you, right? Because what we do is we put a fixed amount of assistance into the Motus hand. And when you are trying to move up, that adds on top of that, okay? So that's kind of proof positive that you do have some active movement there. It's just there needs to be some. It's almost like you're removing the effect of gravity. Right, gravity is pushing our hand down, or rather pulling our hand down, and the Motus hand is able to kind of come up and provide some assistance to help overcome that. And when that we kind of provide that help, you're able to move up into extension. So you do have some. It's a small degree of movement, but it is there. Okay. So that's why it's nice to look at those numbers, because the numbers provide us with some objective reality of what the movement capabilities are. Does that make sense? Now that's not
Yeah,
that's
I
not
can
necessarily
understand.
yeah, that's not necessarily going to mean that you're going to feel the consequence of the movement, but this provides another sort of insight into those into your capacities.
And the goal is that I'm going to eventually improve
Yeah,
my
exactly.
motion.
Yes. And the ultimate goal here is that we'll slowly take away that magnitude of assistance. And it's like a trade off, right? On one side, it's all of the help possible, and the other side, it's no help at all. And we're kind of somewhere in the middle, and we're trying to move closer and closer to more independence with less and less help, right? That's kind of one of the ways that we progress the Motus hands sort of interventions.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so while I make some of these modifications to the actual settings here, I'm actually going to ask you to hit the back button for me and then go to home. And while we do this, I'd like you to just give me a breakdown of how the activities are working for you. Which games are working for you, which ones are not working for you. I'm happy to make modifications, and this will give me a chance to kind of tweak some settings as well.
Well, to be honest with you, I've only played 3 of them:
Okay.
the thermometer, strongman, and candy swap.
Okay. And
And
how are
maybe
those working for you?
all right.
Okay.
No, I think I did cosmic tennis once.
Okay.
Just once.
Sure. Sure. Well, let's go ahead and actually get into some of them then, and we can see how it's working. So go ahead and hit play for me, or begin therapy rather. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. And then go ahead and hit play for me. Good. Okay, so from this position, what we want to do is we want to try to relax as much as we can. Okay, so this is sort of a preparatory exercise, and one thing we can do to kind of amplify the effects is we can actually try to move up into extension. And what you'll notice is when you try to do that, the thermometer temperature is going to keep going down, and that's really what the goal is. We want to get that down as close as we can to that green sort of bulb. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
going to be the name of the game there. So the closer you get down there, the higher range of motion we have, and the more kind of stretch we have on your flexors. So that's good. Happy with that. Okay. Good stuff. You can go ahead and hit play for me. Sorry about that. That was me making a modification. Okay. Okay. So Craig, with the interest of time, let's go ahead and hit the pause button for me. And we'll hit the pause is just anywhere that you hit the screen. And then go ahead and hit skip for me.
Okay.
And that'll load up our next game. And I want to see how this is going to work for you too. Craig, do you have sounds like you have a little a dog there with you.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
whining. She
Okay.
wants to go out.
You have a cheerleader for your rehab. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Let's go ahead and hit play here. Very good. Okay, let's see.
Now you want me to go ahead?
Yes, please. Much down as you can. Great. So that is clearly you, Craig. No question about that.
Well, I know.
Yep.
But my problem is
On the upside, right? Yep. Good. So we'll be able to tell here in just a second how much is you and how much is assistance. So let's see here. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Making a small modification. It's gonna pause your screen most likely. So go ahead and hit play. That was just me making a modification. Good. Good. Excellent. Okay, let's look at the data here, see what we got. So I'm going to move this up just a touch here. Okay. Oh, good. Nice, Craig. So that one actually, that last one was much better. That one, the second one we did was not so good, but that third one we did was really good in terms of the actual movement and the assistance values. Good. Okay. Well, Craig, I think I'm fairly happy with this. I would like you to actually try some new games, if at all possible. I think that would be very helpful for you. So when you do get a chance to go through to them, I think the Cosmic Tennis one would be good for you as well.
which one?
The Cosmic Tennis one. That's the one where you're kind of controlling the paddles on either side.
Right.
And then actually the Brick Breaker one too, that's a similar version, but you're controlling the paddle on the bottom aspect of the screen. So I think those would be good exercises for us to try.